and welcome to day 24 of our series of Money Fear is Real and How You Can Change It. So today we're going to talk about meditation and how meditation can melt away your money blocks to be wealthy. And when you're wealthy, then you can have a bigger impact and you can give more, like J.K. Rowling, like Mother Teresa, and also like Melinda Gates. Right? That's what so many of us want to do, is to give back. So let's get started. Are you ready? First of all, let's just start. Does anybody have a meditation practice now? Anybody practice now? Type in the comments. Let me know what type of practice you have. There's a lot of different types of meditation practices. Welcome, Nancy. We're just asking if anybody has a meditation practice now. So what is meditation? Meditation is when you have a single pointed focus on one thing. That could be anything. So many of us think of meditation as, we're the Tibetan monks, sitting there meditating all day long, or going to yoga class and meditating. That's another type of a meditation, but really you can be meditating all day long. All it means is that you are focused on one thing. Now the truth is that your mind can only focus on one thing anyway, but if you're really scattered and other things are happening and you're more distracted than focused on that one thing, then you're really not meditating. You're just distracted. So meditation, a single pointed focus on one thing. And yeah, Nancy says she usually meditates before bed, focused on less anxiety. Absolutely. Well, you're going to get your socks knocked off today, Nancy, because there is so much wonderful benefits coming from meditation, and there's so many different ways to do it. So when you're focusing on one thing, you're not multitasking. And really the dirty little secret is you can't really multitask anyway, because you can only focus on one thing anyway, but we delude ourselves to think that we are focused on two things. And when you're trying to do two or more things at once without focusing on one thing, well, guess what? It's hard to get any of them done well, and it actually takes longer, because for your mind to go from one thing to another, and then back to this one, and over to that one, and back to this one, it takes more time than if you just spent time on this one and got some kind of a chunk of work or goal done on it, and then that one, and then that one. It's very different. So it's a productivity thing as well. So meditation, I want to tell you something really fun. I went to a 6-day meditation retreat. Okay, we're going to back up for a minute before that. So I went to yoga teacher training, and I didn't really necessarily understand that meditation was part of yoga. I learned very quickly that it was. And so we didn't just sit down and meditate, though. Now, keep in mind, we were learning how to meditate, and in a very structured class environment. So we started out with something called Tradika, which is focusing on one thing. So we would sit there and focus on a flame. You can focus on anything. It can be a dot on the wall. It can be the wall. It can be focus on nothing. But you focus on one thing, and you gaze at it. You don't stare at it. It's like you're looking through it, and yet it's there. And that starts to prepare the mind and the body to be able to focus on one thing. So when we were doing that in yoga teacher training, I thought I was going to go crazy. I'm like, this is just stupid. Why am I doing this? What is the point of this? I signed up for the postures. Like, I want to do the asanas. I could handle some breathing. I love me some mantras. Let's have a sing-along. That's what I call them when we're doing the mantras. But the meditation, I was not so crazy about that. Come to find out, there are 8 limbs of yoga, limbs meaning different parts of yoga. And of the 8 limbs of yoga, one of them is meditation. And the other 7 limbs or parts of yoga are all to prepare a person to be able to meditate. Newsflash. So the asanas you're doing, the mantras, the breathing, which is called pranayama, and the mudras, the hand positions, all of those other parts of yoga are to prepare you to be able to meditate. So meditation can be a moving meditation. How about that? Who knew? When I was at my 6-day meditation retreat up in Spirit Rock in Marin County, California, thank God they had some moving meditations because I was so tired of sitting. But in 6 days of sitting and focusing on one thing, which that type of meditation was focusing on the breath. So you just focus on the breath and you go within. And on day 3, it is when the ego breaks, so to speak. So the first 3 days, I felt like I was going crazy. I thought I was psychotic, like delusions were happening. And you're not allowed to speak to anybody at these retreats because when you speak to someone, that means you're going outside of yourself. You're not staying within. And you're not even allowed to look at someone in the eyes because even that is averting your focus from the inside, from yourself, to someone else. And so it was a withdrawal of the senses, like Patanjali says. We withdraw from them and then you can go within. So at day 3, that's when the Red Seas part. And all of a sudden, it's not this trudgery. It's not this, like you weren't supposed to bring a watch. I brought a watch. I snuck it in my pocket. And I'd be sitting there meditating in the first 3 days. And I'm like, oh my God, 2 hours must have gone by now, for sure. I'm going to check the watch. Like 2 minutes had gone by. And then after the 3rd day, holy schmoly, it is as if time stood still. It's euphoric. It's joyous. It's peace, harmony, love, tranquility. All of that, all at once. It is amazing after that 3rd day. And I never wanted to leave. And I didn't need my watch anymore because by that time we'd be meditating and I'd think 2 minutes had passed and then they'd be ringing the bell that 4 hours were up. And I'd be like, oh, wow, can I just stay a little longer? I don't really need a break. I can stay. And then another part of what we did at the meditation retreat was walking. You can do a walking meditation. And the way that they taught us, which I still do today, is when you're walking, you are focused on yourself. Of course, you have to look where you're going, but you're not looking around at everything else. And you're just focusing and you're taking one step at a time. So a lot of people like to count their steps, or they're like, oh, I'm halfway there, or, only 2 more blocks. You don't do any of that. You just, each step is one. So it's 1, 1, 1, 1 as you're walking. That's just to get you used to it. And then once you get used to it, you don't even need that anymore. So, of course, there's the sitting meditations, lying meditations, either of those being still. And then there is the moving meditations. And then there's the meditations of everyday life. There's a book written by Thich Nhat Hanh called The Miracle of Mindfulness. It's a very small book. I don't know, maybe 50 pages. I highly recommend everybody read that. And he talks about how we can meditate throughout our life, like our daily life, if you're just focused on one thing. Oh, good. Angie's saying she loves it. It's great. So, yes. So he talks about like doing dishes. That can be a meditation. Just get in the groove. You're in the zone. Running. That's a meditation if you let it be. You hear about that runner's high. That's what they're after. They're getting in the zone. So anyway, I think you get the idea. So how would you like to meditate? Please put in the comments for me. Or how do you meditate now? Maybe you have a meditation practice. So we're going to talk about some of the benefits of meditating. And then we're going to talk about the types of meditation. And then we're going to actually do one. It's going to be fun. So it reduces stress. And throughout this series, we've been talking a lot about reducing stress and reducing fear, which are very similar. Fear creates stress. Stress can create fear. They're intertwined. So it does reduce stress, and it also lowers blood pressure. It's quite interesting. And it will, I'm jumping ahead, I have my whole list here, but it also reduces pain, or can reduce pain. It controls anxiety. It promotes emotional health, self-awareness. It lengthens our attention span. This is a good one. So our ability to focus and to be productive gets better the more we meditate. So after I did my 6-day meditation retreat and I came back to my life, I was like, I don't really want to do life. I just want to meditate. Like, meditation is my life. That's what I want to do. But reality did have to set in. But I had a great meditation practice. I would meditate in the morning and I would meditate in the evening, like sitting down meditation. But then what I found is that miracle of mindfulness, that I could meditate throughout the day. And no matter what I was doing, I was meditating. I was in the zone. I was focused. I was letting things flow. I was happy. And it's just a euphoric feeling. So it may reduce age-related memory loss. It can generate kindness. These are all more benefits. It can help fight addictions. My brother has been into different rehabs throughout his life for alcohol addiction. And the last one he went to was his best one. And, you know, he doesn't really understand what I do, even though I've told him over the years. And he told me, he goes, we're meditating. Olympia, you should learn how to meditate. And I'm like, great idea. Fantastic. How's that working for you? So they actually taught him meditation. He loves it. And to this day, he goes to a group meditation. It's a men's group. They meditate every Friday night, and he loves it. It also improves sleep. Nancy was saying earlier that she uses it for sleep. We talked about that. And the beauty is you can meditate anywhere, anytime. I get some of my best meditations actually on the airplane. Although it's not a zoning out meditation, it's more of a download meditation, because I get my pen and paper out because I know it's coming. Because all the other distractions are gone for that time, and it's that humming sound that's kind of a white noise, and then the slight vibration, and all my senses are going, ooh, this is great, I love this. And then boom, down comes the download, and I just start writing, whatever it is. It's usually something that I have thought that I wanted to do for the future, in it comes. Or something that I've procrastinated, in it comes. Or something I just haven't had the time to do, it just comes. Or something I've been thinking about, but it just hasn't been the right combination of things, or it just hasn't been the right words. Boom, out it comes. So I hope you're getting some good ideas about how you can have meditation in your life. It's not just you go to, a yoga class and you meditate. Although you can do that, and that's great. I'm saying it can be more than that for you. So there's some different types of meditation I wanted to go over with you. One is called mindfulness meditation. That's out pretty prevalently now. There's a lot of people who practice this and who teach this now. There's certifications programs in it. So it's a process of being present with your thoughts. And so you're aware of where you are and what you're doing, and you're not overly reacting to what's going on around you. So you're kind of being in the present moment is what that one's about. Then there's the granddaddy of transcendental meditation. This is where you get a mantra, which is a word, and you just repeat the word over and over and over again. And that is your single point of focus, is that word. For me, that drove me nuts. I couldn't handle that. I'm like, I don't want to say that word. Just don't want to do it. It's kind of annoying, but a lot of people, they love it. Guided meditation. This is one where someone else is speaking, which is what we're going to do today. I'm going to speak and you guys get the pleasure of meditating. So it's visualization, it's guided imagery. And then there's the Vipassana meditation. This was the one that was founded in India. And it is meant for people to see things as they really are. That's literally what it means, to see things as they are. And it is self-transformation through self-observation. And what's really interesting is that in India, in the prisons, they have Vipassana meditations. Now they are optional, they're not mandatory. People get to choose if they want to go or not. But it is a type of a rehabilitation program for them. And all they're doing is meditating. And they're doing this Vipassana. And they have the people who go through that program have one of the lowest recidivity, I can't say the word. They're not repeat offenders with crimes. And they have changed their lives and they become upstanding citizens. And it's just so hugely beneficial. I just wish more places would do that. And you may have seen also that some schools are adopting some meditation programs to help the children. It's phenomenal. I wish I had learned how to meditate when I was a kid. Another type of meditation is called the loving kindness meditation, also called metta, M-E-T-T-A. This is about directing well wishes and intentions for others. So you recite specific words and phrases. They're meant to evoke warm-hearted feelings. And then there's the chakra meditations. I used to teach these at my Lasting Pain Relief Center in New Jersey, where you basically focus on each one of the chakras. We're doing the 7 chakras, 7 main chakras that most people know about. And it's a relaxation technique. So you focus on each chakra, and each one, we focus on the qualities and the characteristics of that chakra, and it becomes a meditation. I actually also used to do the chakra crystal singing bowls as a form of sound meditation, where each one of the bowls was tuned to the note that is associated with each of the chakras. So the notes are actually a vibration, and each chakra has its own vibration. So that's why you feel so good when you do those sound meditations as well. And I also did gong bath. So at the same time, we talked about the chakras. We did a guided meditation. Then I played the chakra crystal singing bowls, each one tuned to each one of the chakras frequencies. And then I played the gong. And the gong is tuned to the frequency of the whole body. So when you have that sound bath, it's literally a bath of the waves that are coming over the body, and the body can feel that. And it is very relaxing, and it gets you into a meditative state. All right, we have some comments coming in. Okay, Angie's saying, I love to meditate, and I can stop my migraines from getting too debilitating, which has been great. Absolutely, that's so fantastic. She looks forward to meditating. Oh, welcome, Jeanette. Welcome, Susan. Fantastic. We are talking about some different styles of meditation. And we already spoke about the yoga meditation. So yoga being one of the 8 limbs of meditation being one of the 8 limbs of yoga. So many people here in the West think of yoga as the asanas. Asanas being the postures. And so the way I learned yoga was from a school called the Bihar School of Yoga, which is over 5,000 years old. And it is the very holistic yoga. So it's all 8 limbs are taught, not just standing around doing postures and having a fitness class. Nothing wrong with that, but that's not what the true yoga is. Yoga is a combination of all of these aspects of life. Things like the breathing, which is the pranayama, the postures, which is asana, the mantras, which are the words, the mudras, which are the hand positions, and meditation. I know I'm missing a couple, but it's not a yoga class. It's a meditation class. So does anybody have a yoga or a meditation practice now? Let me know what kind of yoga you do and how that's working for you. And what are the benefits that you've noticed? Or what are the benefits that you want to have from doing meditation? Yeah, Angie's saying, I would love to experience the meditation with the sound bath. It's wonderful. It is so wonderful. It's heavenly, is all I can say. That is my favorite. Way more even than the chakra crystal singing bowls. Maybe one day I'll play the gong for you guys. Okay, so we're at the point in our program here where we are doing our resource of the day, which is our practical, hands-on experientification of a technique that's going to help us. So we're going to do a meditation. I would suggest sitting or lying down, and make sure that you're, somewhat comfortable. You don't have to do any yoga pretzel poses to enjoy this or to get the benefits of it. All right. So first, just come into right here, right now. Notice what's happening with your body. Just being an observer. Noticing the body. Noticing the mind. And as thoughts come in, just allow them to pass like clouds in the sky. It's just as easy as that. And this is a zone free from criticism, judgment, questions, nothing like that. It's just being here in the experience, allowing those thoughts to pass like clouds in the sky. And sharing with yourself some loving kindness. Really just allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to let go, and allowing yourself the immense value and pleasure and benefits of being right here and doing this self-care. Your eyes are gently closed and they're slightly retracted into the head. And they're softly gazing up at the eyebrow center, which would be the point about 1 inch up from your eyebrows in the middle of your head. That's your actually your sixth chakra. So you're just gently gazing up there with the eyes closed and slightly retracted into the head. Good. Now, set your intention for this meditation, whatever it is for you. In yoga, it's called a sankalpa. We're just going to call it an intention. So set it for what it is. Could be anything. Could be relaxation, it could be productivity, could be more love, more joy. It really could be anything. Could be less pain. So set your intention. And I'm going to name different body parts. And as I do, your body remains still. Your mind just focuses and follows along and puts its attention on that body part. If for some reason you lose track of where we are, just pick up where we are. Yep. And then we're going to start with the right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the forearm, elbow, bicep, tricep, shoulder, the left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the forearm, elbow, bicep, tricep, shoulder, the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, bottom of the right foot, top of the right foot, ankle, calf, knee, thigh, hip, the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, bottom of the left foot, top of the left foot, ankle, calf, knee, thigh, hip, the right side of the upper back, mid back, low back, hip, left side of the upper back, mid back, low back, hip, the right side of the upper chest, ribs, abdomen, hip, left side of the upper chest, ribs, abdomen, hip, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, teeth, tongue, gums, chin, jaws, front of the throat, left side of the neck, right side of the neck, back of the neck, the top of the head, the back of the head, the face, right side of the head, left side of the head, the whole head together, right side of the body, left side of the body, front of the body, back of the body, the whole body together, the whole body together. So now check in with your body. Just do a scan from the head to the toes. Just, again, we're observing without judgment, without trying to change anything. It's just observing. You're probably feeling like a noodle right now. Check in with your mind. How is that going? You might feel more open, more spacious, more relaxed, more calm. Whatever it is, just notice it. You may also feel like you're heavier, like you're more solid and grounded in your seat. If you're sitting, if you're lying down, you're going to feel more weight and more points of contact on the floor with your body. So that portion that we just did is actually called a rotation of consciousness, and it's from Yoga Nidra, and it is specifically designed to get you into a very deep, relaxed state. So that is our meditation for today. So please put in the comments what it is that you are noticing now that you've done the meditation. What's different for you? We'll give you a moment to let those comments come in. So you can do meditation, as I've said earlier, you can do it anytime. You can do it for 30 seconds. You can do it for a minute. You can do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can do it for an hour. You can do it for any amount of time that you want to do it for. Believe it or not, there are some people who go on 3-month silent meditation retreats, and there are some people who do a year silent meditation retreats. For me, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I mean, in a perfect world, I would love to, but probably not going to do that. Okay, Nancy says it does make her feel more grounded. Yes, absolutely. And from this place, now you can be yourself more, be more relaxed, be in that rest and digest phase of your sympathetic nervous system, or your parasympathetic nervous system, where everything feels great. It's kind of like, it's that feeling. And this is how we're meant to operate. This is our natural state. What you're feeling now, this is your natural state. And as you meditate, you are going to be more and more in this mode most of the time. It's quite amazing. So right now, what we're going to do to seal in this feeling is we're going to take our right index finger, place it on the back of the knuckle of the left index finger, like this, and just hold it there. And hold it there as you're noticing how relaxed you are. Yep. Good. And then take your finger away. And what you've just done is what's called setting a physiological anchor. So in the future, when you're feeling anything other than this state, like you're feeling a little stressed or chaotic, or you want to just get really focused, like maybe you have a project you want to do, or maybe you want to go to sleep, or maybe you have some pain, touch the back of that knuckle. And when you do, you are going to be surprised at how quickly you come right back to this state. Okay, Nancy's saying, I was actually having neck pain before we started, and now she's not. Right. Exactly. So there's so many different things you can do with meditations. You can, like I said, some of the different techniques, you can follow your breath. You can do a guided meditation. You can go on YouTube or wherever. There's millions of them out there. Pick one you like. Many of them will be more of guided imagery. So like you're walking down a garden path and you smell the flowers and you notice the sun on your skin and you notice what a warm, comfortable feeling that is. Or there's another popular one of walking down a flight of stairs and you're going down to a pool of water. Whatever it is, there's so many of them. But just pick some that you like and listen to those. Or just follow your breath. That's actually my personal favorite. I just tune into the breath, and all you do to get that started, you just close your eyes. You're either sitting or lying down, and literally all you do is focus on the breath. You're just noticing the breath. And as you notice the breath is going to actually slow down, and it's going to get deeper, and then it's going to reel you into this deep state of relaxation. It's really quite interesting and so awesome. So when you're ready to eradicate some of your money blocks that are being caused by not being in these states of relaxation and in our rest and digest phase, then you can go to mymoneyblocks.com and take a short, super fun 2-minute quiz to find out what your money blocks are. And if I can be of any help to you, please reach out to me here on Facebook. You can reach me anytime, or womenchoosewealth.com is my website. And let's see, what are we doing tomorrow? Just wait a minute, my computer is slow. Tomorrow we are doing, we're working on the heart set again. So we're doing stop the love-hate relationship to finally fall in love with money. So we'll be here again tomorrow. That's our 25th day. So can't wait to see you. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.